So Black Armory just got released today. It's one of 3 DLCs to come from now to the end of 2019. Black Armory, obviously we've got Joker's World and Penumbra, but we're talking about Black Armory now, and this is just going to be my thoughts, what I think about it, and just, everything in general to do with that. So let's just hop right into it. We're going to have some random gameplay in the background. Probably nothing to do with Black Armory, to be honest, because Black Armory, it's in a weird state, and it's a little bit awkward because it's not a normal DLC, and I think that most people are going to go into this DLC thinking like a Crota's End or Curse of Osiris or Warmind, where like you go in, you get your first set of missions. In those missions, it puts you to the soft cap, and then from there, you do the end game activities and so forth. But this is a different approach. This is more of like a paid content update. It's like a mini expansion to the end of Forsaken, and I think in the short term, like day one in the first week, there's not going to be a lot to do. But over the long term, for all these DLCs, but Black Armory especially, because that's what's out at the moment. That's what we know. That's what we know. How it works. I think in the long run, it's going to work, and it's going to continue to bring players back each week, and just more incentive and more motive to want to come and play. But basically, it's what we're going to talk about. My feelings of day one. Basically, you hop into it. No story, nothing. You go to the Black Armory, there's no exposition, there's no storytelling. You just meet this random AI, which happens to be an EXO. I don't even know her name. I think it's AYA or something. I don't even know. She's an EXO, and she's like the headmaster or like the person that oversees the Black Armory now. It's been closed off to us Guardians for some reason, and now we're let in because the spider found some key card that all of a sudden let us in, and she just didn't ask anything about it. She's like, oh, okay, well now it's open to you kind of thing. I got no idea what the go with it is. Don't know what path it's going to take, but basically the first thing you get given, or the main objective is a gun quest, is a weapon quest, which kind of makes sense because it is the Black Armory. It's all about forging weapons, but there's no story. There's no story, and it's interesting because you can't actually do anything in it until you're at least 615 or 620 power, which is going to take a long time because all you're doing is the same stuff. You hop into the game, you get your quest, you get to the end of the quest, and you have to do an activity that recommends to be 610, but the end boss is 630. So unless you're on a full squad of 610 that are quite coordinated, but if you're like a casual player, you're probably going to struggle with that. And to be honest, I wouldn't recommend buying the annual pass until you're like 610 or 615, because level 650 is available for everyone. So basically you can kind of like pre-level before you buy the DLC. So if you pre-level to 650, say for instance you don't have money or you're just waiting or not sure, you can level up to 650, and when you buy the DLC, you can do everything. But until then, there's not much to do. So that's just what's really interesting. It just feels really weird to have a DLC and not have anything to do. And I feel like it's good and bad. I feel like for me personally, it's bad because you're doing the same stuff. You're grinding milestones, and that's what stopped me playing Forsaken. Like, milestones are so boring. Like, seriously, I don't think, like, who would say that doing milestones is fun? I just feel like it's a grind that is boring because it is the same thing every single week. There's zero variation, and especially towards the end of Forsaken, there's still no real reason, besides now the Armory and the Forges, to go above 600, because everything else in the game is below 600. That's the biggest reason why I stopped playing Forsaken, was because there's no reason for me to get 600, because the hardest activity in the game, well, besides the dungeon, which was still doable at 670, 570, was just unnecessary. You didn't need to get higher than that. There was no point being higher in the raid. Didn't really make it that much easier. You could still beat the raid at 560 and kill the boss with a bit of coordination. So it's basically what stopped me play, and for me to now stop because of grinding and just me not finding milestones fun, to now come back into it and that be the main way to play the DLC, I don't know. So like, I guess this is what they're doing. Like, there's no soft cap, it's just straight hard cap, 650. You just continue on, so it's exactly Forsaken with extra 50 levels of light plus some extra content. Is it worth $45 or $50 in Australia? Is it worth $50 in Australia? I got an image on screen now. The top row is free, and the bottom row is what you pay for. Is it worth paying $50 for that? For me personally, yes. The 2 raids alone is worth $50. For me, raids are just something special toward, like, for me, I feel like they are for a lot of people. and I'm very excited to see what Bungie and the Raid team come up with. But I feel like everything else there is, I don't know. I feel like you're doing a lot of the same stuff, but I feel like the biggest thing there is going to be the raids and that 6-player matchmate activity, which doesn't come till June or August. So, it's still a long way away. Joker's wild, like the season of the Drifter, who knows what approach they'll take then, if they'll increase the light significantly, or if they'll just continue just tailing on the end of Forsaken. So, we'll have to see what happens. Right now, nothing to do. I would recommend, if you own the annual pass and you have access to the Black Armory, do your milestones. Just do milestones. Just grind more out until you or your friends are around 610, 615. And then go into that 3-player Horde experience, which does look fun. But until then, grinding more milestones. Just grind those milestones. If you don't own the annual pass, definitely just grind your way up on milestones to 620, 625 even. And if you're still playing Destiny and still, want more content, then buy the annual pass. I think that's the best thing to do. No point buying the annual pass. Like, literally, there is zero reason to own the annual pass right now. That's the way I see it. Basically, I haven't seen any benefit of me owning it because I can't even do the content on it because I'll just get smashed. So that is my little quick insight to how I feel about the Black Armory and the annual pass in general. So if you did like the video, or you did learn something or found it interesting or whatever reason, definitely like the video and maybe subscribe for more Destiny content, because I will be playing more Destiny, especially once these new forges come out and I do get myself to do these milestones and be high enough to do things, do the raid, the last word quest, and all that good stuff. So definitely subscribe if you want to see more of that. Otherwise, hope you did enjoy the video, and I'll catch you on that next video, whatever it may be. Call of Duty, Destiny, maybe even Anthem. Who knows? I'm probably going to be playing the Anthem beta this weekend, so we'll have to see how that goes. Either way, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.